Hello, my lovely viewers, welcome back. It's your girl Tal Wishes, where it's all about beauty, lifestyle, and entertainment. Today we are with the beautiful, eloquent, and multifaceted entrepreneur. I'll allow her to introduce herself to you.
Hi guys, my name is Jodian Murdoch and I am the CEO co-founder of Zedoj Events and also Iona Spa.
Welcome to the newly opened La Iona Spa. Our courteous and friendly staff awaits you. Get your massages, waxing, facials, vajacials, yoni steaming, body scrubs, detox soaks, manicure, pedicure, and more. We're located at Shop 5 Pier View Complex, Ocho Rios, St. Anne. Contact us at 876-356-4653 or visit our website at www.ionacups.com/spa.
Excellent. All right, as I mentioned before, she is a queen to reckon with. So she has multiple, and I said multiple establishments. So she'll just go into depth to just tell us a little bit about how you start your business and how for somebody that looking forward to start a small business, a large one, whatever it is, what advice would you give them?
All right, first and foremost, you have to identify what it is that you're good at, what it is that you'd like to invest in, and also identify what the market needs. It doesn't make sense going into a business or establishing something that nobody wants because you're doing it for the love of what you love to do, yes, but will people recognize and realize that this is something that they need or want? So first and foremost, identify what the market wants, identify what you're good at, and go at it. Another advice I have, once as you've identified that, stop convincing yourself not to do it and just go ahead and do it. The thought process that we go through in terms of building businesses, I realize a lot of people stem to why I can't do it, and they listen to all the noise around them. I don't think you should do this, rather than going at it. Just get started. Once as you've started, you need to stay persistent and consistent. You can't allow the little success that you get to basically excite you and then you fall off track. With each success, you push a little bit further.
You state some valid point, because the key thing that person is wondering how they stay consistent in their business, and what are the things that go in their mind to say, I can't do it, and you have set that tone. Alright, so just a little bit about yourself. So where would you say you grew up, and what was your family settings like?
Alright, I grew up here in St. Anne, from a working family. Mother and father worked, and for me, I've always wanted to own my own business, and I started at the age of 16. That was my first business. I would say graphic designing was my love. Television, producing, editing, that's the sort of thing that I enjoy doing. And I designed my first set of business cards for a banana chips company, and then I realized, entrepreneurship is the way to go. Stemming from that, I further pushed towards the corporate world, branching out, doing other jobs, and I think this was important to work with people before working for myself, because you get to understand standards, what your boss is looking for, their rules and regulations that you have to go through in the work world, and also learning to work with other people. And once as you grasp being on the other end, then as a boss you will know what you're looking for.
Perfect advice, guys. Listen, she is a person to reckon with. It's somebody that will definitely help you, definitely guide you as it regards to business. And the key thing that she pointed out, she started when she was 16. Listen, that's steps and years of improvement on your business and how you want to get to another level. All right, you have stated about how your career started off. So what would you say to the viewers as it regards to how to get in the industry that they want in the beginning, or something that they might interested but the market don't call for it?
The market always calls for it. That's the thing. And I think it's the biggest killer of dreams is that, for example, I know a lot of people that want to start an online store and they want to sell clothes, and their friends will say, but I know whole heap of people who do that and it never go good.
Perfect example. I'm going to stop right. That's a perfect example. Everybody keep on asking, oh, it's the in thing. Everybody online, everybody doing this online thing, so it's not going to work out.
It will work.
Okay.
The reason it won't work, and the only reason it can't work, is you. That is the only reason it can't work. If you decide to put your head to it and you put your mind to it, you will definitely succeed. I spoke about consistency before. I spoke about being persistent before. You have to stop watching what other people are doing and try to do things in your own way, because if you are following the same trends and the same marketing skills and the same branding platform that everybody else is on, then of course you're going to fall within the mix. So, for example, how many brands of water can you name?
A lot.
All right. Water, lifestyle, lifespan, 876, Blue Mountain, Catherine's Peak. There are so many brands of water. At the end of the day, every single person has access to water outside buying a bottle of water. We can literally go to our kitchen tap, fill up our bottle daily and go to work, and we don't have to buy water, but yet water is one of the most purchased things in the world.
It is.
Right? And I would say, oh, I'm not starting a water brand because there are already other brands out there, but everybody has a preference into why they purchase something. There's a reason you will choose a Catherine's Peak over a Lifespan. There's a reason you will go with a iCool water versus another brand. You have to know what it is that you take to the market, what will set you apart from everybody else in the market. So go at it. It no matter, as long as it's something people use, put your brand to it, market, set your game plan, and shoot.
Perfect. For all person that are doubting that you can't start, listen to it from her. She did it, and she did it several times. What would you say? You point out that it's very tedious for me, and it kind of demotivates you, or maybe it motivates you. I'm not sure.
All right, that's a very good question. When you're an entrepreneur, there's a lot of things that falls under your head. There's the marketing, the accounting sometimes, the branding, just setting the overall standard for your business. If you start a business where you have to work with other people, that is the most tedious part of it. Because you have a dream, you have a vision, you have a standard. Not everybody is going to buy into your vision, not everybody is going to buy into your dream or your standard, and they'll come and they'll try to do their own thing and make it their own, and for some there's no passion, there's no interest. It's just a case of, I'm here for the money, so I'm gonna do the bare minimum to get what I need in my pocket and go. As a result of that, you have to keep trying to adjust standards, because like I said, you start out with this plan and they come and they execute differently. Your clients receive it differently. So I would say having a team, working and ensuring that everybody's on the same page may be the most tedious thing.
And you mentioned having that team. So how do you go out and say, all right, for instance, maybe you have your friend and your friend talk about the business, but you realize that you are the only person that have the passion, the friend is just paying for the money. And you realize that I need to set my friend aside and do what you need to do. How do you break it down to the individual and move on with your dream without affecting the friendship?
That's a very tough one. I would say from the jump, try to avoid friendships and business. Sometimes you both will have the same vision. You will start out with the same passion, but there will come a time when you realize it doesn't work, and it doesn't work for more than one reason. And like you just said, how do I tell my friend that it's not going to work out? Because right here you have integrated emotion within the business. If you have a staff member that you've employed just to do a task and you're not fulfilling a task, you say, listen, it's not working out, you need to go, or I'll help you to find something else, or maybe this wasn't a good fit. And they'll separate. It's either they're going to upset or they're going to be respectful. Where friendship is concerned, for both of you to start together, and then you're saying, listen, it's not going to work out, there is going to be some amount of affected emotion where this person, every time they see you continuing what you both started, there's going to be ill feeling.
Wow.
So it goes both for friendship and family. I'm not saying you can't split, but we are all human. You're gonna feel some sort of way. So I would just say avoid it entirely.
You totally correct. A lot of persons, like, I can start out with my friend, especially with capital, because they know that maybe you have the passion, the friend have the capital, and then they want to build something together.
But it can work in that sense, as long as from the jump you outline boundaries. This is my passion, this is what I want to do. It's either I'm going to ask you for a loan, or I'm going to say to you, when I make this, I'm going to give you interest on what you've lent me. That way the person steps into it knowing that my part that I'm playing in the business is a financial obligation and your financial stepping stone. So when it comes to decision making, when it comes to just basically the whole operation of the business, I will have no say. But when it comes to you paying me back, then I will have a say.
Okay.
So because in this sense they can decide, okay, I'm not going to do this anymore.
Valid points, guys. I hope you're taking your pen and your book to hold in to start your business. Alright, along your journey, would you say that you have done something differently? If yes, why?
No, I wouldn't do anything differently. You ever heard the term that everything in life happens for a reason? For every mistake, for every failed attempt, for every dismay that I have had, it has groomed me into a better person. It has groomed me into understanding now how to do it properly. I mean, we're not going to get it right from the jump. You are going to make mistakes. You will encounter clients that will teach you some valid lessons on what not to do for your next client. You'll also learn things that will also, enable you to operate a more successful business. So I still expect to fail. I still expect to have glitches. Even though people will see me and think, oh my God, you're extremely successful and I wish I could be like you. There are things behind the scenes that you don't see and you have to deal with it on a daily basis. So no person is perfect, no business is perfect. It's about how you fall and how you get up, most importantly.
That's another word of encouragement. The thing is that what she said earlier as it regards to how this when you fall, you might fall 10 times, but you still have to have that consistency, and that is the word, consistency, to go. How you market your business opposed to when you started?
Alright, so I really got deep into business, let's say 11 years ago.
Okay.
And at the time, Facebook was the thing. You have friends, you put things on Facebook, and then you transition to Instagram. And every once in a while, you probably put an ad in between. Never radio, never television. I mean, the budget never goes there, especially for somebody starting a business. But in today's day and age, nobody should have an excuse where advertising is concerned, because for a Facebook or a social media platform like TikTok or Instagram, you can always interject your business on your personal page. Let people know what you're doing, and then you start a business page and you filter them too. So for more information, follow this business, or if you like what I'm doing, follow this business. And also sponsored posts allows you to basically get out to a target audience, get out to people who are interested in what you're doing. You ever notice you think that Instagram is eavesdropping on your conversations, or you make one little search for something and then a couple hours later you start seeing all these posts that relates to what you search for. Right, the algorithm does that. So if somebody is interested in, let's say, doing makeup or getting their makeup done and they search for it, your page will pop up. As long as you keep current, as long as you're posting, as long as you're relevant, and sometimes even sponsored posts, like I said, reaches out to a much greater market. So social media, definitely the way to go.
And I know that lots of you are on the phone every day, so don't make excuses.
Exactly.
The phone is there. Instead of you trying to get in somebody's business or you're trying to do this, just do your business and then it will work for you, right?
Yes.
Alright. What would you tell your younger self as it regards to coming thus far?
Alright. Previous Jody to know, I would say you are going to get there. Keep going. Places that you don't expect to be, as long as you stay consistent, you will get there and it will shock you. But don't ever lose your humility. Always stay humble. In the very same way you work to get it, you can lose it in an instant. So stay humble.
And this is I think it's a key thing, because a lot of persons see where they started to get big and they get to them head and then all of a sudden flat. So you made a valid point there. What skill do you possess to start a business or to create what you're doing up to today?
Alright, so I like that you asked that question.
Yes.
A lot of people think that you need to be qualified in a certain area in order to pursue or start a business within that field. Not true. A lot of people also think that you have to have a degree in a certain area in order to start a business in that area. No, it depends. Alright? For example, events is what I do. Events is where I have basically made my mark for the last 11 years. None of my clients will ever come to me and say, can I see your degree in event planning? Can I see your certification in event planning? Are you qualified in event planning? No, just like you. They will never say, are you a certified makeup artist?
Right.
What they will ask, may I see photos of the work you've done before? A skill doesn't necessarily need to be a certifiable skill, right? So if you're good at something, you know, say you can do it with all of you start a business and you do it. The government really doesn't care whether you're certified to do this or certified to do that, as long as you're getting the job done. Now, when I speak of this, and I said, it depends.
Right.
Let's speak of the spa. Second business. I'm not a certified nail tech. I'm not a certified spa therapist. I don't know how to do facials. I don't know how to do massages. I don't know how to do not even one thing that they offer in this spa. But in this respect, I hire now professionals that can do it, right? And I lean on their knowledge. I lean on their skill. I lean on their power to complete the service, and then I manage it entirely as a business. So I'm not an esthetician. I never went to school for anything that involves doing spa because I don't have to. But I know what standards are, and I know what being a client is, and I know what I expect.
not what you're looking
Right.
for.
So once as you study, I mean also you certified and you know what you're doing, then I'm good. I do what I do best, which is market us.
As a business.
Yes.
Listen. So everybody that is worrying about oh my god, I have to go to a school for 4 years, for 3 years, maybe 1 year, whatever. It doesn't necessarily you have to do so.
You know.
And as she perfectly said, it depends. You're not saying everything.
Right.
It depends
On the area.
on the area that you need
Right.
to go for wherever your passion is. And most likely you can start from your home.
Correct.
So if your home, you start with your family, do the thing 1 and 2 on them, and it will work. Because the key thing is that, would you say that word of mouth is the best advice?
It is the only and singularly best thing, because listen, you see, when you do bad, people talk about it. And if you can do good and somebody tells somebody else, it means that you've done a good job, because like I said, other people are doing it. So don't be afraid, guys, to share a post. If you think you got good service, mention it, because you see, anyhow you get a bad treatment,
the world
knows about it. So word of mouth it can make and it can break you.
You make a valid point right there. So like I said before, have your book, have your pen. How do you manage your business as it relates to the Big C, and what would you say for a person that starting a business as it comes to COVID?
Oh, it's COVID because the Big C. Like I was like, trying to tell me what the Big C is, because I don't know about Big C in a business. Alright. Very good question for me, especially because, like I said to you, my main line of business is events, or is events, I should say. And COVID, wow, COVID literally drowned that. It is currently submerged because a lot of what I do or was involved in was heavily international based. I had a lot of clients and weddings that I would say 95%, probably even 98% of what I do is on an international level, where we get destination clients and destination brides. So I haven't always had the local, and because of how it stands on an international basis, people are not traveling the same anymore. Events are no longer a priority. Big weddings aren't happening. Corporate companies aren't doing launches and grand openings anymore. The business is pretty much dormant.
Right.
This business that we're sitting in today was birthed because of COVID. The planning for it started during lockdown, and it's not something that I've ever wanted to do or set out to do, but because of being in a dormant stage, your mind works in a different way and you explore other opportunities. Yes, it was a very big risk opening, because people don't spend like they used to. They don't go out like they used to. But one thing I do know is that since COVID, people started taking care of themselves more. They start taking care of their skin, their hair. You'll find a lot of self-care companies being birthed out of COVID, and this is one area that I know people started to really pay attention to. So they come and they get the massages and they do the facials, and the mask right now is causing a lot of acne, so they're coming to fix that. So I would say it was a good pick during this time.
Okay. Alright, so because a lot of persons stated that it affected them majorly, and I'm happy that you see one went dormant and then the other one you feel that you can take your time and really build on it, and then tell where it will go, because at the end of the day, we're still living, we're still going to, I think it's going to be a norm until the whole process goes through with the vaccine and stuff. What would you say would be the best part of owning a spa or owning your own events? What would you say? Company. Yeah.
I think for anything that you own and operate, the best perks of it is that will never be a need that you'll have to outsource. So for example, if one of my family members wanted to get married, then it's an easy go-to for me. My children celebrating their birthdays, you know how to do everything and how to get everything done. Likewise with the spa, regular massages, my nails are never in order like they are now, but it's an easy step to the room and get it fixed. So I never make time or much time before this to just get a massage. I think of it more of a special occasion, and I realize since having this spa, my mind is just so free and I'm so relaxed, and it's not like I don't have things worrying about, but
Right.
occasionally I can just step into that massage area and have that sorted. So yeah, I would say that's the benefit that I'm
Excellent. All right, for having both business, what would you say would be your startup equipment to start the business? Because everybody will worry about how
Right.
do I get the money,
the money.
how do I start this, how do I start that? So is it essential to have a money, or is it essential to have certain equipment?
Alright, so this depends on what you're doing. So for example, with event planning, you don't need any equipment to start up, and you also don't need any money to start up either, because a lot of planning events is pulling people's services together. So you have someone that does cakes, they are already equipped to do cakes, they have that skill. Someone does makeup, they are already equipped to provide the makeup services. You have a decor company, they are already equipped with their decoration, say for a florist or a caterer. So this is just basically a coordination of services. So personally, as a planner, you don't need to start up with any money or any equipment. But over time, once as you start making money, you can then invest in whatever area that you would want. So for example, I started off doing no service, and it's alright, lights, I offer lighting, do your own lighting, I offer decor, do your own decor, offer floral, do your own floral, and then you outsource everyone else. Depends on the area. For a spa now, definitely you are going to need a building to house it. You will need, your massage tables, your products, outside of the staff, the tools, the chairs, the money, the penny stuff. So the area that you're going into, you will know what, yeah.
Right.
But
That's
not every
good.
area required.
Okay. Has technology benefit or hinder your business in any way?
More of a benefit than an hindrance. Technology has allowed us, like we spoke about before, to advertise in a more effortless way. It has also enabled us to take better bookings on both sides. Communication with your clients via email, cell phone, WhatsApp, Instagram. So communication, advertising, and even the administrative side of your business. It helps to keep everything in order. So definitely yes, technology.
All right, great. All right, I think this question is a key thing that everybody, I think they wonder. How do you balance work and family life?
All right. That was a tough one prior to COVID. I spoke about this recently, where I saw a post that someone says people need to stop wearing their burnouts as badges. And I think that's something I did. I enjoyed my job, I enjoyed working hard. It's not that I enjoyed being tired, but the rewards from going so hard for me was great. So it's like, oh my God, 15 hours a day doing this, and at the end of the day, I was able to then achieve this. That's good. But then what about, time with your family and everything else? Alright, so COVID allowed me now to sort of slow down and understand that working hard to support your family isn't necessarily everything to maintain your family. So my excuse prior because it's what I knew. If I don't go hard, if we don't do this now, if we don't spend the time, then you won't have the finances to make your family comfortable.
Right.
But then you realize, once as the big C hit, as you call it, you realize that family time and spending time together is more valuable than anything else. So now you had to create that balance between getting the money to take care of the family, but also spending quality time with the family that you didn't realize was so important. Because you realize life is so short. You can lose people within the snap of a finger. You don't wake up tomorrow, you go on the road and you don't come back home, and then you start to regret, I wish. So now I have a greater balance where family and work is concerned.
Great. Alright, what is the biggest lesson you learned from your business?
It also ties back to what we just spoke about. Set aside your work time, set aside your play time. You can't fill the entire day with work, neither can you fill the entire day with play. There has to be a balance. So people talk about a 9 to 5. And a 9 to 5, they consider working for other people. As an entrepreneur, you need to be able to set a 9 to 5 for yourself as well. Consider it a 9 to 5 because after 5 o'clock, that is the time that you reset. That is the time that you rejuvenate, you relax, you close off from what the day's business was, and then you'll be better able to wake up to a better 9 to 5 the following morning. And this helps in being productive, this helps to eliminate burnout, and this helps to be more successful because your brain is not tired, you don't get lazy. And as entrepreneurs, we have a tendency to go hard and hard and hard, and some people think that because you own your own business you get more time off, but the reality is you get less time off because you choose to get less time off because you go so hard. So I would say creating that balance and working within your work hours.
Great. All right. As it regards to retirement, what are your plans for retirement, or do you ever think that you would retire?
I've never ever thought of retirement as it relates to doing my own thing. I think I plan to work till the wheels fall off. As long as I'm able to and I can do it, I will do it because it's something that I love. My husband's grandmother died at age 103, and up to 90 odd year old, way up in the 90s, she still went to work every single day. She's been operating business for years, and she went to work. She got up every morning and she went and she did full days at work and she comes home. Now people would say, our family can't stop her, she's too old to do this, but it is what that pushed her. It kept her mind active, it kept her bones active, it kept her muscles alive. And the minute the business was closed and she went home, she started to deteriorate because she was now lying down a lot, and the brain power, brain cells started to die. So I wouldn't so much set an age for retirement. I would basically just work with my body as long as I'm able to.
Great. So you don't need to go to the whole idea of after I reach certain age I have to retire. No, it depends on the individual.
Right.
Last but not least, what is the one advice that you definitely tell a person to look out for as it regards to business?
Again, if you are working or your line of business solely depends on other people assisting you, you need to select carefully. Like I said, no one man is an island, and your team can make or break you, right? And I'm not gonna talk about this from the aspect of the team breaking you and whatever, I'm going to give an advice to the entrepreneur on how to deal with the team. If you don't recognize your team members as being integral players in your business, and they feel like they're only an option to help you to grow, then you are going to fail.
Wow.
If you don't appreciate and can commend your team when they've done a good job, you are going to fail. You're going to have to keep switching team member to team member to team member because they don't feel appreciated. Outside of the money, people love to hear that they did a good job. And some bosses, all they're good for is to us. They now do this and they now do that, and you make no sense, and you make your team members' life a little hell.
Right.
But without them, would it be a you?
Listen.
Right? So appreciate the people that are working for you. In the same breath, don't stifle yourself. If the relationship is not working, sever it. Let them move on to something where they're more comfortable with. But you as a boss need to analyze yourself, need to analyze your leadership skills, because what you put out is what you will get most times.
Listen, words and many words of encouragement. And as I said before, she has done this and she knows, I don't say she knows everything,
right,
but she knows majority enough to tell you that these are the things that you can look for as regards to your business, how to grow your business, how to maintain a business, as well as how to start your business. Okay, so listen, thank you very, very, very much, Ms. Jolie. You have definitely teach me something here today. I have had my pen and my book and I learned a lot. Alright, and Ms. Jolie, where can we find you?
Alright, so let's go back to social media. You can find us on social media at le_Iona_spa. All of our details are there. You can click the link in our bio, which will take you to the website with information on everything that we offer and also prices. Our number is also listed there, so one click and you have that. And also for the event side of the business, at Zedoj, Zedoj, EVENTS, Zedoj Events.
Excellent. And trust me, her work is excellent. Not just talk, but action, and it is excellent. So please do go ahead, go and follow all our socials, and you will see exactly what I'm talking about. Alright, so guys, always remember to share, like, subscribe to my channel, and I see you soon. Bye guys.